The ornate dining room at Mar-a-Lago was unusually quiet, save for the faint clinking of silverware and the murmurs of high-profile guests. Donald Trump, now a power broker in the shadows of politics, sat at the head of the long table. His iconic red tie hung slightly askew as he leaned back in his chair, a contemplative expression on his face. Across from him sat Peter Reynolds, a venture capitalist known for funding daring aerospace projects. "Let me tell you something, Peter," Trump began, his voice carrying the weight of a man who had once commanded the free world. "Elon Musk? He's not the genius everyone thinks he is." Peter raised an eyebrow, caught off guard by the blunt comment. "I thought you and Musk were allies." Trump scoffed, waving a hand dismissively. "Allies? Sure, we had a good run. He praised me, I supported his SpaceX ventures, made him look like the future of America. But let's be honest, Peter. He's too arrogant, too independent. And that Mars obsession? It's a waste. We should be focusing on Earth, making America great right here." Peter chuckled nervously. "But SpaceX has revolutionized space travel. It's a testament to American innovation." Trump leaned forward, his eyes narrowing. "Do you know what SpaceX really is? A power grab. Musk isn't loyal to anyone but himself. He's building a playground on Mars while America deals with chaos. I won't let him turn his back on this country or me." The tension in the room thickened as Trump's words hung in the air. Peter hesitated but couldn't resist probing further. "What exactly are you saying, Mr. Trump?" "I'm saying," Trump said slowly, tapping his fingers on the table, "that Elon Musk needs to be reined in. He's playing with fire, and I'm the only one with the guts to call him out. He's been cozying up to the Pentagon, getting those fat government contracts. But let me tell you, Peter, if he thinks he can outmaneuver me, he's got another thing coming." Peter's curiosity deepened. "Outmaneuver you? How?" Trump smirked, a glint of mischief in his eye. "I have my sources, Peter. Let's just say Musk has plans, big plans that could undermine America's dominance in space. And I won't let it happen. I'm already working on something better, something that will blow SpaceX out of the water." Peter sat back, stunned. "You're launching your own space program?" "Not just a program," Trump said with a confident grin. "A movement. American Space Force 2.0, if you will. This isn't about Mars or the Moon, it's about making America the leader of the galaxy. Musk wants Mars for himself, but I'll make sure the stars belong to us." Peter could hardly believe what he was hearing. Trump's tone was a mix of passion and vengeance, a man determined not only to outshine Musk but to reclaim what he believed was rightfully his, the admiration and loyalty of the American people. As the evening wore on, Trump's words resonated with the few guests who had the privilege of hearing his grand vision. But beneath the bravado, there was an undercurrent of tension. What had sparked this sudden turn against Musk? Was it jealousy? Fear? Or something deeper, perhaps a realization that Musk's ambitions were no longer aligned with Trump's vision of America? The fallout between Donald Trump and Elon Musk didn't begin in public view. It started with a quiet betrayal, whispered in the corridors of power. It was a late afternoon in Washington, and a confidential meeting was underway at the Pentagon. A select group of defense officials, private contractors, and tech visionaries had gathered to discuss the next phase of America's space dominance. Musk, with his usual flair, arrived late, dressed casually in a black turtleneck and jeans, exuding the confidence of a man who already owned the future. Seated across from him was General Marcus Hill, a seasoned military strategist with ties to Trump's inner circle. As the meeting progressed, Musk presented an ambitious proposal, a partnership between SpaceX and the U.S. military to establish permanent lunar bases and satellite defense systems. "This isn't just about exploration," Musk said, his tone matter of fact. "It's about securing America's interests in space before anyone else does. The moon is our stepping stone, and Mars is the prize." General Hill nodded, though his expression remained unreadable. "And what would SpaceX gain from this partnership?" "Unrestricted access to military-grade technology and funding," Musk replied. "In return, SpaceX would guarantee America's dominance in orbit and beyond." Unbeknownst to Musk, the meeting had already been leaked to Trump. A transcript of the conversation arrived on Trump's desk within hours, courtesy of one of his most trusted allies in the Pentagon. Sitting in his Florida office, Trump read the document with a growing sense of betrayal. Musk's vision was bold, too bold. The man who once praised him publicly was now negotiating with the military in a way that sidelined Trump's influence entirely. "He's making deals behind my back," Trump muttered, slamming the paper onto his desk. "I brought him into the fold, gave him the spotlight, and this is how he repays me? By cutting me out." His senior advisor, Kelly McBride, cautiously entered the room. "Sir, I don't think Musk is intentionally undermining you. He's just ambitious." "Ambitious? That's what they said about Bezos, and look where that got him on my bad side," Trump snapped. He stood, pacing the room as his frustration boiled over. "Musk thinks he's untouchable because of SpaceX and Tesla. But he forgets one thing: I built him up, and I can bring him down." Kelly hesitated, then asked, "What's the plan?" Trump stopped pacing, a determined gleam in his eye. "The plan is simple. We show the world that Musk isn't the only one who can lead America into space. He's too focused on Mars, on himself. I'm going to remind everyone who the real visionary is. It's not Elon, it's Trump." Meanwhile, Musk remained oblivious to the storm brewing. Back in his California headquarters, he worked tirelessly on his Mars colonization plans, confident that his partnership with the Pentagon was a done deal. His team buzzed with excitement, discussing the potential for new funding and technological breakthroughs. "I'm telling you," Musk said during a late-night brainstorming session, "this is the next Apollo. But this time, it's private industry leading the charge, not politicians." His chief engineer, Laura, raised a glass of kombucha. "To SpaceX, the future of humanity." But even as they celebrated, cracks began to form. Anonymous sources leaked details of Musk's Pentagon proposal to a media outlet, sparking outrage among Trump loyalists. On social media, the hashtag #SpaceXTraitor began trending, fueled by mega-influencers accusing Musk of betraying America by prioritizing profits over patriotism. Musk dismissed the backlash at first, tweeting, "Space isn't about politics. It's about humanity's survival. Let's focus on the mission." But the damage was done. Trump's machine was in motion, and Musk had no idea how far the former president would go to reclaim the narrative. Back at Mar-a-Lago, Trump was already assembling a team of loyalists to launch his counterattack. His vision? A new, Trump-branded space initiative that would eclipse SpaceX and restore his position as America's ultimate deal-maker. "Get me the best engineers, the best marketing people, and the best funding," Trump ordered Kelly. "We're going to outshine Musk, and we're going to do it the Trump way: bigger, better, and faster." As the days turned into weeks, the rivalry between Donald Trump and Elon Musk escalated to new heights. What had begun as a quiet rift in the private corridors of power had now exploded into the public eye, with both men exchanging jabs in the media, and their loyal supporters staking out their positions on social media like soldiers on a digital battlefield. Trump's new space initiative, which he had dubbed Trump Space Alliance, began taking shape in secret, far from the prying eyes of the press. With his usual bravado, he announced the project in a tweet: "It's time to take America's future back. Space is ours, and we're going to make it great again." The media buzzed. Trump, not one to shy away from the spotlight, promised that his new space program would deliver jobs, economic prosperity, and an unmatched technological leap that would put SpaceX to shame. He vowed to focus on the moon and beyond, redirecting resources from Musk's Mars obsession to more immediate needs, keeping America the dominant force in the galaxy. Musk, however, wasn't going to take it lying down. He released a statement: "As always, with his trademark humility, Trump's efforts are focused on nostalgia and sensationalism. Our vision is for the future Mars, the moon, the asteroid belt. If America is to remain a leader in space, we must look further than Earth." The battle between the two titans had now reached its peak. Musk's supporters began chanting "Mars or bust," while Trump's base echoed back, "America first." The once friendly rivalry between the two had transformed into a bitter, no-holds-barred clash for the soul of America's space future. Then, the unthinkable happened. Trump took to the stage at a rally in Alabama, the crowd roaring as he approached the podium. His eyes glittered with a familiar, calculating glint. "Ladies and gentlemen," he began, "you all know I've always been about winning, about making America great. But we've got a problem. A big problem. Elon Musk thinks he can take over space. He's got his little rockets and his big ideas. But what he doesn't realize is that he's playing a game he doesn't control. I am America's space champion, and I'll make sure we're first, always. Believe me." The crowd erupted, cheering wildly for their champion. Trump's loyal supporters were in a frenzy, convinced that their leader was the only one who could restore American greatness. But Musk, watching from afar, wasn't fazed. His vision was never about the short term, and he wasn't about to let Trump's theatrics derail the bigger picture. Behind the scenes, however, things were rapidly deteriorating. A private meeting was set up between the two men, brokered by mutual friends and allies who hoped to end the war of words and salvage what little was left of their relationship. It was a rare moment of face-to-face confrontation, with the fate of both their ambitions hanging in the balance. In a secluded office in the heart of Manhattan, Trump and Musk sat across from each other, the tension thick in the air. Neither man spoke for a moment, sizing each other up. Musk broke the silence. "Donald, you've done a lot for America. No one's questioning that. But you're stuck in the past. Space isn't about grandeur or politics, it's about survival. If we don't focus on the future, on Mars, and beyond, we risk falling behind the rest of the world." Trump's eyes narrowed, his tone steely. "I didn't build America to have some tech billionaire tell me what's best for it. The future? The future's here, Elon. It's Earth, it's America, it's keeping our greatness at home. You've got your rockets, but I've got something you can't launch: a vision." The two men locked eyes, the air charged with unspoken animosity. But neither was willing to yield. Musk had his sights set on the stars, while Trump was determined to hold his ground, staking his claim on the future of American space dominance. After a long, tense pause, Trump stood up, his expression hardening into one of finality. "I think we've said enough. Good luck with your Mars mission, Elon. But I'll make sure America never forgets who built this country and who can take it to space." Musk didn't flinch, his gaze unwavering. Good luck with your moon bases, Donald. But remember, sometimes it's not about being the loudest. It's about being the first. The two men shook hands, but the weight of the moment lingered between them. Their rivalry would continue to burn in the public eye, each trying to outdo the other, each determined to stake their claim in the heavens. And so, as the space race between Trump and Musk reached its climax, America stood at a crossroads. The future of space exploration would be decided not by rockets or contracts, but by the visionaries who dared to reach for the stars no matter the cost. In the end, it wasn't about who won the war, it was about who would leave a legacy that would echo across the cosmos for generations to come. The end.